Ben Lane didn't sign up for the National Guard with the intention of going to war.
Yeah, I signed up on September 10th, expecting to get some GI Bill and have some fun with my friends and explore myself a little bit. And then September 11th was the next day, and reality struck in. I realized that I wasn't going to just have your normal National Guard experience. I was going to be deployed and used just like the active Army, and it was very real suddenly. I mean, we're in Fort Drum in the airport, and there's 3-4 feet of snow outside, and the wind's blowing, and it's very northeastern weather, and we all got our gear loaded up on our shoulders, and still sitting in the airport, nobody really believes we're going. It doesn't start to set in until you're walking across the cold tarmac and you get on the plane, and then suddenly 15, 16 hours later, you're stepping out into 120, 130 degree desert, and you realize you're no longer in Kansas.
While in the Guard, Lane formed a bond with Glens Falls native Nathan Brown, a bond that strengthened during their time in Iraq.
Yeah, we were on a security mission. It was a very light duty mission just to protect our base where we were at, and we had heard of a few people who were dying by accident or just making mistakes, and we made a pact and kind of etched it into the walls of this place that we were at, saying that etched our initials, and underneath it we put no mistakes, meaning we were going to come back home mistake-free.
Sadly, they would not both come back home.
Yeah, we had spent about a week in the desert, kind of on patrol. It was a very tumultuous time in Iraq. This is April 2004, and I believe still that it's probably one of the bloodiest months in Iraq, and we were right in the heart of it. Samarra was in turmoil, somewhat of a civil war, and we came out of the desert that day, heading back to our file. We had to do one more mission, and we came under ambush, and it was a pretty intense ambush, especially considering this was the first combat we had really seen, and unfortunately lost a few good soldiers. I would say 3 of our top 5 soldiers went down on that day. Nate Brown, my roommate, was actually killed in action. My best friend Rob was severely wounded, and one of our top squad leaders, Troy Mechanic, was also severely wounded. So it was a big wound to our company itself that day, and it was quite early in the mission. We were only there for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. One of the hardest things to deal with, instantly knowing that Nate was dead, was what is his mother and father going to do? I knew that Nate was extremely close with his mother. He talked about her and his family, his sisters, all the time. It was devastating to me to know that they were going to find out about this. As the weeks went on, we had internet access, and we had some newspaper clippings coming in to show the actual support that Nate had, and the outbringing of support from the community and everything, and it was very comforting and warming to us to know that his mother knew that Nate wasn't alone, and knew that she wasn't alone, and that they weren't alone, that there would be people to help her and support her, because the guys who really wanted to be there for her were still serving their mission.
And what does Lane think about the war's end? Will he carry these memories forward for the rest of his life?
Absolutely. If you asked a World War II vet today if he doesn't think about the war every single day, or he would obviously say, of course he does. I mean, any war vet knows and had an appreciation almost for the place he was at. Soldiers are leaving Iraq, and I guarantee some of them are going to be kind of shocked, obviously, when they get home, but they want to know what happens over there. They were invested, our country was invested over there, and it is kind of sad to see us leave. You become attached to the place you sweat and bled, you know, to help, and I'm sure a lot of guys will be interested to see what happens over the next couple of years in Iraq.